So people do ask me sometimes, they'll say, hey, look, I'm not gifted like you. I don't have this gift the way you have it. Well, I don't believe evangelism is a gift per se. I believe there's an office of evangelism in terms of the fivefold ministry. I believe God gifted the church with the individuals who carry the office of an evangelist, which I believe I do, but I don't believe evangelism per se is a gift. I believe that you can carry the office of it, but I believe we're all called to do it because, in the upper room, the way I like to describe it, when the believers, our brothers and sisters, when they go up into the upper room and Jesus says, go and wait, and I'm going to give you a power from on high. So they go 120, go into the upper room. Now in that 120, guaranteed there were people who were not all type A personalities, gung-ho, let's change the world for Jesus, kind of going after it like that. There was some tea makers, there was some sweeper-uppers, there was some people who like to cameramen, people who like to hide behind the scenes, yeah? But what happened is when Jesus met them through the Holy Spirit, when that flame fell upon their heads, he didn't seem to mind that they were introverted. He didn't seem to think that disqualified them from this call. So what he did, he gave each and every individual a flame. And he said, this is going to empower you. This boldness will give you what you need to get the job done. You see, the Great Commission wasn't given to evangelists. It was given to disciples. So what that means is we're all called to step out in this call. And if we don't think we have what it takes, well, we've just got to realize, man, when we got born again, we were given a new kingdom DNA. So we have everything inside of us that we need. I describe it as BO. Every Christian on the planet has BO. When you got born again, you got a new kingdom DNA. And in that DNA was BO. Now, BO is boldness and obedience, not the smelly stuff. Boldness and obedience. So what that means is you have this boldness and this obedience. Now, obedience is in you, is a desire to obey God that was placed in you. And you have a boldness that was given to you when you got born again. So it doesn't matter what kind of personality type you are, what character disposition you have. The Lord has given you everything you need to get the job done. Nothing can hinder you no more. But you have to apply your BO to GO. That's the only way it's going to happen. So I describe it like your left leg is boldness, your right leg is obedience. And when you walk, just like pedaling the bicycle, you got to move your legs. Left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg. I see a person, maybe it be a family member. I've still got to count the cost to win the lost. I've got to apply my BO and GO. The Lord's not going to supernaturally lift me, elevate me to a place. I've got to count that cost. Just like Philip, when Philip the evangelist, when he stopped the eunuch, the Holy Spirit told him to run, to go and run. He didn't know where he was running to or where he was going, but he got there and he found the eunuch in the chariot. He went, shared the gospel, explained the scriptures, baptized the eunuch. You know that whole story. The eunuch lifts up his head from the water. Philip's gone. He's like transported Star Trek style to Azotus. And then what happened is after Philip had baptized him, he was gone. Do you notice how it wasn't the other way around? The Lord showed me that Philip wasn't sitting on a sofa watching EastEnders, and then suddenly he was transported to Gaza to the eunuch, and then he ran home. Praise the Lord, wasn't that wonderful? He had to count the cost, even Philip, the evangelist, and he was a pro because he had it in his name. So even Philip had to count that cost. So surely for us, it's the same. We have to be willing to step into this thing, and the Lord will open it up for us.